We have come a long way so far to this point, but we aren't out of the woods just yet. I intend to do a separate full recap video of everything after this session. For now, however, after looking at the power capabilities of the pieces, attacking, guarding, controlling squares, blocking, also identifying attacks, recognizing immediate or upcoming threats, what are the most important threats we must watch out for, and the importance of checkmate and king safety in chess, including several examples of mating 1, we are now ready to come to a full circle and learn about another important skill in chess, and that is defending against checkmate. In this video, we will look into the different ways or methods to defend against mate. We will start by looking at a real game we saw in a previous session between Grandmasters Wei Ji and Wesley So, and then we will look at a few examples to explain those defensive methods. Welcome, chess masters. We already saw what happened in this position when the white king did capture the knight and ran into a situation where checkmate is unavoidable. We saw that the right way to respond to the check was by moving the king to the safest square a1, which is one of the ways or methods of defending against checkmate. But I will go back a few moves earlier in this game to show that white had an opportunity to do checkmate the black king, and that black had an opportunity to defend against that checkmate threat. Before going back, let me point out that in this position, obviously the white king is in check, but notice how white is also threatening checkmate in two different places. I believe we already mentioned this in the earlier session, where white is threatening checkmate on the square g8, but also on the square h6 by capturing the rook. And it is a checkmate threat that black is unable to defend against. That's why it is checking the king to avoid or delaying the checkmate threat that white can carry out. Now let's go back a few moves earlier to move 34. In this position, white did play the right move, king b1, to get out of check. It is black to move, but notice how white has a checkmate threat by sacrificing the rook on h5. There is a sensible way for black to defend against this threat. One way is playing by defending the h5 with the queen, so that if white captures on h5, check, pawn takes rook, then queen takes h5, check, then the queen from f7 could retake that white queen. So it is a way of avoiding checkmate, or preventing or defending against checkmate, by defending the square that is being attacked to threaten check. Notice that after king b1, in addition to the checkmate threat on h5, white is also threatening taking on g6 with the rook. So how does black defend against the mate threat on h5, as well as the threat of capturing on g6? Let's have a look at how the game continued. The game continued by black playing rook g6. Now white still captures, queen takes, and now black can block the line of fire of the queen. It is no longer checkmate. So that was a good defensive move by black, and at the same time is attacking the queen. So what did white play? Queen g5. Move to a safe square, and it is threatening checkmate on g8, as well as threatening the upcoming checkmate threat by playing bishop e3. So how does black defend against these two mate threats? The right defensive move was by playing queen to f7, so that when white plays bishop e3, black can defend h6 by playing rook c6. This way, black is guarding all the key squares around the black king. However, after queen g5, black played rook c8, and after bishop e3, black has difficulty defending against the checkmate threat on h6. Black played knight captures a3 check, king a2, now rook c2 check. And here is a position where white went wrong by capturing the knight. However, by moving the king to a safe square, it would have been an unavoidable checkmate against the black king on g8 or on h6. Two details worth mentioning after queen g5. First, after the defensive move, the right defensive move, queen f7, if white captures the rook on c2, black has time to capture the bishop on d4 check, and the upcoming bishop e3 threatening checkmate on h6 is no longer there. Second, after queen g5, rook c8, bishop e3, where black has difficulty defending against the mate on h6, what if black moves the attacked rook from h6 to c6? Then white has this threat of queen h5 check, and the only move to avoid checkmate is covering. So that's why black did not move the rook away from the h6 square, because the white queen was ready to attack the king with check on h5. This game was a rapid time control game of 15 minutes plus 10 seconds increment per move, recently played in the Tata Steel Chess India Rapid and Blitz 2026. What does this all mean? It means that when your king runs into a sequence of checks that lead to checkmate, it is too late to defend against mate. In situations where both kings are being attacked and threats of checkmate appear on the board against either side, good defensive skills help you tip the balance in your favor if you keep your king safe against mate, while the enemy king is still unable to stop mate. Let us now move on to the examples of the session. Example 1. Black to move. How can black defend against checkmate on f7? Black can prevent mate by playing queen e7, or queen c7, or queen d7, guarding or controlling the square where mate is threatened. Black can prevent mate by playing queen g3 check, capturing or exchanging the piece which is threatening mate, in this case at the cost of a pawn. Black can prevent mate by playing queen takes d5 check, capturing or exchanging the piece which is assisting the piece threatening mate, in this case incurring in significant material loss for black. Black can prevent mate by playing queen e6, interposing the line of fire of the piece threatening mate or of the piece assisting with mate. This, however, would represent significant material loss for black in this position. In this position, the method of moving the king away by playing king e7 does not really help black, because queen f7 is checkmate anyway. Example 2. White to move. How can white defend against checkmate on g2? White can prevent mate on g2 by playing queen e4. Guarding the g2 square by x-ray through the black queen. If black continues with the checkmate threat, white can capture the attacking piece and it is no longer checkmate. Example 3. White to move. How can white defend against checkmate on h2? White can prevent mate by playing rook takes knight, capturing the supporting piece. Let us now move on to the exercises of this session. I will leave you with some exercises to solve on your own. Exercise 1. In this position, it is white to move. How can white defend against mate? Exercise 2. In this position, it is black to move. How can black defend against mate? Exercise 3. In this position, it is black to move. How can black defend against mate? Exercise 4. In this position, it is black to move. How can black defend against mate? Let us now move on to the test position of the session. In this position, it is white to move. How can white defend against checkmate? To summarize, there are multiple ways or methods to defend against checkmate in a position. Depending on the specific circumstances, those are guarding or controlling the mate square, blocking the line of fire of the threatening piece or the supporting piece, capturing or exchanging the threatening piece or the supporting piece, and moving the king away or preparing to move the king away. You would think that by learning how to deliver checkmate, you automatically learn how to defend against it. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Defending against checkmate has its own peculiarities. As in the case of recognizing threats in a position, finding out the best defensive move against checkmate requires careful attention and consideration of all available options to prevent it. We have now come to the end. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. If you are in the US, please visit my Herbalife distributor website to order your favorite Formula 1 nutritional shake mix or herbal tea for a healthier lifestyle. Good luck on your next games and never stop learning. Take care.